Okay, George, I'm going to make a short video to demonstrate how the musical whip hook mechanism is supposed to operate. So I removed the mechanism from the back, and if you notice right here, there's a little notch carved into the back of the carving. And then you have the eyelets on the top and the bottom. So what happens is this movement here is mounted to a plate, and this would be sitting as such. And if you noticed, there are springs here. And so what that would do is when the whip hook is hanging and weight is applied to the horns, the carving would slide down. And then when the weight is removed, the springs would then pull the carving back up. And the reason that's important, this is called an A stopper. And when that slides down, this would engage the wood in that notch, and what would happen, the mechanism is already fully wound, so I'm going to replicate this. Now watch what happens to the A stopper when the song is over. Okay, you see it snaps back, and the reason why is on the other end of the A stopper there's a little hook, and on the main gear there is a hole drilled in. And so as this gear spins around, when it gets to that hole, this end of the A stopper will move in, and that'll have an opposing action on this end of the A stopper, and this little brass notch then moves to the left and interrupts the governor fan. And the governor fan is the end of the mechanical movement, so the movement stops. Now this plays two songs, so let's do this again. So as it slid down, this would engage the wood, and watch what happens right here. That's going to move away from the governor fan, and then this locks in place, and then the other song plays. The music plays perfectly. I replaced all the dampers as well. And then see the music stops. Now the music would play a little louder once it was mounted inside of the whip hook and hanging on a wall, because they both act as a soundboard, if you will. Right now this is on a softer mat, and so that dampens some of the sound. The other thing is, you mentioned yours is a one song, or sometimes called one air musical movement. Typically these all have two songs, and how you can tell is if you look, you're not going to be able to see this very well, but look at your movement. To the left of the cylinder there should be a snail gear here, and what happens as the music plays is when it gets to the end of the song, the snail gear will engage a little rod that's mounted to the inside of this cylinder, and what that does is it slides the cylinder just a hair to the right, and what that does is it allows a different set of cylinder pins to engage the teeth, thereby playing the second song. Or in the case of the musical whip hook that you already purchased from me, that plays four songs. The other nice thing is this has a Geneva stop, which prevents overwinding, and also it prevents the mainspring from unwinding too far. I hope this helps. It's a wonderful little musical movement mounted inside a really nice high-quality Breen's carving. Take care.